listening to DJ Asylum. You're 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 listening to DJ Asylum. And the man himself just said, you're listening to DJ Asylum. And we're live in the mix, and we're doing a little afternoon stream because it's 1:37 in the PM. And I haven't been on the mic much. And that's because I've been caught up doing things like watching Star Wars, which I may or may not be giving some spoilers out to. I haven't decided it yet. I know a lot of people want to watch it. You should watch it because it's worth it. Definitely fits in with the franchise. It fits right. We'll talk about that a little bit more on the hour, but for right now, we're gonna have to listen to some pretty swanky ass music. And lucky for you guys, I'm the guy with the music. So keep it locked in. Cthulhu Radio, we're gonna do this shit.
You guys are listening to CthulhuRadio.com, and that's officially where you can find the streams and everything else going on. But we're gonna have a few more sites popping up with this player. More on that in a second, and more on the fact that this stream is not live on Twitch, and I'll tell you why coming up. Right now, we're gonna listen to some Cursier. This is Operation 001. Operation 001. You're hearing it right here on CthulhuRadio.com. Now we need to talk. I know a lot of times some of you come to the stream, thankfully, due to Twitch. And that's because I've been pushing my streams not only to the player, not only to the sites, but to Twitch. The problem I'm having with that is, and I'm not sure if it's doing this live, but when it archives the entire broadcast, when it comes across a song that is under a copyright restriction, it doesn't just fade out that track, it'll fade out a large portion of the show. And normally that wouldn't be a problem, but I really want to get these archives so I can put them on YouTube, so I can put them on the site. And you can't exactly promote a show that is half blank and I don't feel like editing them. So, for example, this show is not on Twitch right now. We are not live on Twitch. This is just on the site, but I am locally recording it in hopes that that'll come out perfect with no glitches, and I could just upload that to the YouTube and push that to the site. And I'm not saying that I won't do it to Twitch anymore, because if it works fine while it's live, well then no big deal. I'll just do it live and not worry about the broadcast. Not broadcasting. I will not worry about the archiving. But if it does it while it's live, then we just simply won't push it to Twitch anymore, and we might look at maybe pushing it live to either Ustream or YouTube. I haven't gotten that far yet into thinking for a visually live stream, but musically live, you can hear it on Cthulhu Radio, you can hear it on nuclearcoffee.org, and you can hear it on the new DJ Asylum website, which we'll talk about that a little bit more coming up later, though. I'm not going to give you all the good details just yet. So keep it locked in. We're jamming some shit right now. This is LMM Project called Bitch Please.
Let the bass. 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 Let the bass.
It's projecting. to all my music loving party boys out there, man. This your boy Rob McCoy representing AHE. Showing some love to the big homie DJ I Am Breathe.
That was I Am Breed, title of the track, High Wake Up. You're listening to Cthulhu Radio, some of the best online EDM radio that you can find. And we're going to take a minute to get the rest of the business news out of the way. And I'm proud to say, coming soon, there will be a new DJ Asylum website. Threw it together, had some help from some very talented people down at Canna Solutions in Colorado. They hooked me up, got a layout going. It looks fantastic. Moving backgrounds, radio player for Cthulhu Radio, live 24/7, live when I'm on. Homepage where I can present to you my latest mixes, my latest works, my latest streams, blog page, and something that I've never really showed off before, some of my photography. So that's going to be new, and I actually have a few pictures up right now that I've been taking and editing and tinkering with. So it's not necessarily ready to go live right now, but probably a couple of months. I will show the link, but it's going to be moved to the official.com later in the week. I just have to stop being lazy and do that. We all know how how sometimes that holiday laziness just gets over you, you know? And I guess that's all I really have to do for it, because it's already on a good server. Coming up within the hour, we will be talking about Star Wars The Force Awakenings. We're going to be talking about Battlefront, and we're going to be talking about Fallout 4, since I wasn't able to do any live streams during that period of time because I was kind of sucked in playing Fallout, and then a week after that, literally 1 week, I was sucked into Battlefront and just waiting for the Star Wars movie. So that's the three big things that we have to talk about on this broadcast, and also play some kick-ass EDM and get you guys kind of pumped up, I guess. So I guess we'll jam the rest of this, and we're gonna go into something pretty snazzy. CthulhuRadio.com.
Someone who can light my fire tonight.
Damn, son.
A little Dan Farber, Light My Fire remix for you guys. Sitting here in the studio, doing what I like to do. Playing some Cruella, even though I fucking hate them. No offense to the makers of the music, I just don't particularly care for them. Haven't found anything that I personally liked by them yet, although I know that I do have some listeners who do like them, so I do continue to play it. I won't cut it out just because I don't like it. I'll keep playing it for you. Let's talk about this Battlefront game that everybody's been raving about. Everything that you have heard about this game is completely true. It is fantastic. I haven't found one thing really to pick apart on it. It is just, the graphics are amazing, fighting style fantastic, maps are huge. The only thing that I don't like is flying. I'm having a brain fart. X-Wings are easy to fly. Imperial ships very hard to fly. The bikes are fun. I mean, there's a lot of options. There's a a DLC which I was told is free. It's called the Battle of Jakku, and it is huge. It's like 50 versus 50. Might be exaggerating on that number, but it's at least over 25 versus 25. And that is fucking huge if you really stop and think about it in comparison to things like Call of Duty and real first-person shooters online. My favorite thing to play on it is Drop Pod. Drop Pod is very fun, in my opinion. There's a lot of action. I like a lot of action. Walker Assault is fun only if you get put on a team that knows what the fuck they're doing, because that is a huge problem that I have found with Walker Assault. At least with Drop Pod, I can really hold the team by myself if I need to. With Walker Assault, you really need everybody to be on their game. Otherwise, you're just gonna get fucking crushed. And the few times I have played Walker Assault, I had fun. I had fun ducking in the bushes and assaulting these people from behind and everything. But to get the uplinks offline, we only got a few, and that was because I assisted the people trying to get there. And the map that we played, excuse me, still recovering from a cold, so sniffled, very unprofessional. Yeah, Walker Assault, we've played on a wooded map, and that wooded map is very huge. There's a lake, and there's, I think, 4 or 5 uplink stations that you have to get to. But on the beta, when I played the beta, there was this big ice field that I've yet to play on the actual game, and I'm wondering if they might have taken that out, because it was a Walker Assault that we were playing on the beta, and I do need to look into that. If you know, please tell me so I can fucking know. But overall, I give this game 9.5 out of 10, just because you can't get a 10 out of 10. Not in my book, unless you're Fallout 4, because that's a 10 out of 10, which we will be talking about in a little bit. But for the most part, Battlefront, flawless game, love it. If you're looking to play with me on PlayStation 4, my PSN is It's Asylum, ITSASYLUM. Add me up, and we'll definitely play. You're listening to Cthulhu Radio. This is Reezy Renegade, free delivery.
to stay. I'm a sword that here with you to stay. Feel it go, feel it go. Anybody want come feel it go. Stand strong, we come feel it go. Full on automatic, watch we feel it go. Multiply them, divide we bring it to you. And if you're wrong, doing best so. Oh, come in and get into you. Divide not conquer, but we will. Come on, feel it go, feel it go. Anybody want come feel it go. Stand strong, we come feel it go. Full on automatic, watch we feel it go. Multiply them, divide we bring it to you. And if you're not conquer, doing best so. Oh, come in and get into you. Divide not conquer, but we will. Come on. No way, ay, ay. No way, no. Me, I'm a sword that here with you to stay. Come on.
Little Zomboy here to stay, but that's not the original. That is indeed the Gray remix, and you can't go wrong with it because it is extremely fucking good. You nailed it, dude. So let's talk about something that I really about. My all-time favorite franchise of video games in the world, Fallout and Fallout 4. I did go to the midnight release and we were supposed to do a live podcast for you guys, but that fell through because anyone that wasn't there, that wasn't my friend, people that we should have interviewed, were fucking idiots. So we opted out and we ended up not interviewing and podcasting anyone. We just got our games and went the fuck home. Now, the midnight release was fucking sweet, and our GameStop does these raffles where they give out these tickets when you go in and get your receipt with your number for your group. And I actually won a sick ass Fallout 4 limited edition lanyard, and I looked it up online about a week after I got it just to see what it would be worth. These things are worth $50. That's a $50 lanyard. Now, that wasn't the best prize in the box. Unfortunately, I did not get the best prize in the box. First prize that was in that box, which of course everyone was gunning for, was some Turtle Beach gaming headphones, and that had everybody super psyched. But my number was called second, and of course whoever got called first, that guy, lucky bastard, got himself a free pair of Turtle Beach headphones. But I'll take the lanyard. I'm not mad about that. It's a $50 piece, and it's actually pretty freaking rad, and I have it hanging on the wall right here in front of me because I refuse to use it and get it all dirty. But talking about this game, Fallout 4 is a 10 out of 10 video game. The vastness of this game is extremely huge. You may keep up with my personal YouTube channel, it's Asylum, and if you do, you've seen some of the videos I've posted of me playing, or just little clips of weird and cool things happening. I think it's posted my more recent video of me running through the glowing sea, which is one of my favorite areas on this game. I do want to make a video of me actually exploring in the glowing sea with a radiation suit. The problem is that I've seen some Deathclaws deep in there, and fighting a Deathclaw with no armor is stupid. but I think it'll have to be done regardless, unless I call in the Brotherhood. The main story of the game itself isn't very long. It pretty much ends as soon as you get into the Institute, but that's not credit roll ending, that's just main story ending. Then you have to get to all the factions and then choose a faction, which I'm pretty much there. I'm at the end. I'm just torn between two. I don't know if I should side with the Brotherhood of Steel or the Institute, and I don't want to say too much because I don't really want to spoil this either for anyone else who is playing the game and just hasn't gotten that far. I'll just let you guys know that I'm having a hard time choosing, but I can say that I have taken out one of the 4 major factions already, and that has been the Railroad, and I completely demolished them. But in homage to them and all the badness that they really and truly were, despite thinking that they were doing good for the Wasteland, I took one of my power armors, I think it was a T51, and I painted it black with a railroad symbol on the chest. It's actually my favorite piece of armor right now, aside from the red X1 that I have. But that also brings up a point that I want to talk about, and how upset I am with the overusage of power armors. I mean, you can really find these things literally anywheres, and I got one from the Brotherhood, and then I guess I'll give away this spoiler. I killed Paladin Dan's, and I took his power armor also, so I got 2 from the Brotherhood of Steel. I found the T51B, found the X1, found the Shell, which I've been putting Raider armor on, and that one's looking pretty sick. I mean, these things are everywhere. And I am kind of upset because generally you'd have to bust your ass for a power armor, and then this one, really and truly, within the first quest, your ass was inside of a power armor fighting a Deathclaw. And I actually should have kept that one, but I got out of it because I didn't understand how to put in my my fusion cores, or fusion cells, I think it was cores, but I didn't know how to put them in, and I didn't have any, so I left it on the side of the road, and it got stolen, because that'll happen in Fallout. Protect your items or lose them. Combat shotguns in this game are phenomenal. There's some pretty good hidden weapons and shit. My friend has some good swords, which is also something that I really liked that they put into this one, was swordplay, because truthfully I don't think I've ever seen any swordplay in any of the Fallouts, but I did see it in this one. And even though it was just a shitty Chinese officer sword, they do have a couple of other ones, and the handheld chainsaw, but I do wish that was a real, like, full-scaled chainsaw. I think it would be 10 times better to run through the wastelands with a chainsaw. And Deathclaws, man, there is a huge abundance of Deathclaws on this game, like you wouldn't even believe. You will run into these things all over. You will run into them inside of a building. You know how hard it is to beat a Deathclaw in a building? Rocket launchers, people. Rocket launchers will save your ass against any Deathclaw on this game, and I recommend carrying 1 rocket launcher with about 9 missiles. And that's what I always keep with me. I know it's heavy, and I know practically, if you don't run into a Deathclaw on a quest, well then you just carried a missile launcher for no reason, but shit, if you run into a Deathclaw, you're gonna be extremely fucking happy that you have a missile launcher, or at least a Fat Man, or something of that nature. But overall, aesthetically, I'm pleased with it. 10 out of 10. I got a few collector's items thanks to this game. I got that lanyard. I have Fallout Monopoly, which is also beautifully designed. And I bought Anthology, which came in a little Fat Man nuke. And it had all of the Fallouts up until 4, but it had a slot in the case for 4. And I got 4 as a gift for PC. So now my Anthology collection is completely done in the case. Super legit. We'll share some pictures with you guys. And I'm still actually not completely sold on not buying the Pip-Boy edition, which I found a few online that were really reasonably priced, but that might be a little later down the road, or at least just buy the Pip-Boy and the case. I haven't decided yet. And anyways, that's my little rant on Fallout 4. Not really a rant, just a praise conversation, because I will always love that game. So, let's jam out a little bit. We're going to come back and talk about some Star Wars.
Damn, son. Damn, son.
Dirty Phonics, track title Dirty, but that was not the original. That was a remix by yours truly. But don't tell anyone we just jammed that hard. We have gotten to the end of the show where we're going to talk about some Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Now, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to try and not give away too many spoilers, because I do want a lot of you guys to go out and see it without knowing anything. Went to the movies, and as I sat down, I was extremely excited, because this is fucking Star Wars. But at the same time, I was a little nervous because this was a new age make on the movie. So I was a little nervous in the sense that they might fuck it up. And the movie starts visually, right off the bat, I'm like, wow, it has my attention. Right off the bat, you're introduced to Rey, and I mean, I like everything about her character. She's cute, she's a great little British accent, she's a good actor, sexy fucking calves on those legs. You go and watch this movie, pay attention to the calves that this woman has on her legs. Those things are phenomenal. So, watching it, then you see Kylo Ren, but not his face, not just yet. You see it all in the mask, and then you meet Finn and Poe. And Finn, love everything about his character. He worked with that character, and I'm excited to see more of him in the upcoming movies. Poe, you didn't really see too much of him in the movie. Trying not to spoil it here, but you know, you do see him. He's a great character too. Kylo Ren, I like the brutalness of his character, but I do think that he was a little bit of a bitch for taking off his mask. You know, right here in episode 7, he should have saved the unmasking for like episode 10. He almost looks like Snape from Harry Potter, if you can imagine that. When you see it, I think some of you guys are going to laugh about this because it's true. But still, all in all, I do like the character. It's not a Darth Vader, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do. And let's see, what else can I tell you about this movie without really fucking it up too hard? You know, you see Luke and Han Solo and Princess Leia, and they're old, but very, very in their age. It looks good on them. The way that the movie ended really leaves you wanting more. Like, I saw this picture that said there was like 500 or so days before the next episode drops, and I got a little upset because I thought that was too soon. You know, you drop 7 and then 500 days. That's a year and some months till the next one. But the way this movie ended, like, you don't mind that day because you really want to see more. Visually, 10 out of 10. Acting wise, I'd say 9 out of 10. There were a few things I didn't like, nothing really in particular, just small pick apart shit. Overall, this is a top-notch movie. Please go see it. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of this show. So we're going to let this track ring out, and I'm going to wish you guys well in your holiday travels. Please be safe. Please remember to listen to Cthulhu Radio. Even when I'm not live, we have other DJs who do come and DJ, and we're trying to get on Radio Pup. We really are. We need your support and help with that. Probably talk about that a little bit more in the next broadcast. But thank you for listening. CthulhuRadio.com. This is DJ Asylum, out.